Is the sound on? Great. Like I was saying, of course, when I thought about this message, I was thinking about gel. Um, but this could be any type of system that you may be in. Okay. If you read the channel message, because I have to say it all again, someone thought you were fresh meat, but it's really them. I also said that my voice was going out, so be okay. Um, I was also saying that a black person's systematic oppression is different from a white person's systematic oppression. A man's systematic oppression is different than a woman's systematic oppression, and so on and so forth. So, when I talk about systematic oppression, okay, this could be any introduction into the system. So, jail, foster care, um, adoption, okay. I also mentioned that there's no specifics that I can tell you to whereas I can say, hey, this is the specifics of being systematically oppressed, but I will try my best, okay? I know that when you are in the system, you are oppressed to a degree, okay? Depending on who you are, will determine how deep your oppression will be, okay? Um, so, for instance, black people are probably more oppressed than white people. Um, Women are more oppressed than men. Okay, we the people are more oppressed than the mayors and the presidents and the cops and the government. All right. Yeah. All right. I know that when you are in a system, everyone has a different experience, so that's why I said it's like it's hard to be like, oh, well, this is your situation or whatever like that. Um, you could be dealing with heinous activity. I know that a lot of kids in foster care in particular deal with mistreatment. Okay, the system is meant to mistreat you. The system is meant for you to be oppressed. Okay, I know that some people get adopted into foster homes that are not good. Okay, they're just as worse as where they came from. And then some people get like beautiful homes, like, you know. So, yeah. Also, to say, I don't want to say just because you're black means that you're oppressed, or just because you're a woman means that you're oppressed. That is not necessarily true. Okay. So, yeah, let's just see what the cards have to say. Um, of course, people that have been jailed, and I feel like jail within itself is it's a pyramid scheme because you have people with misdemeanors and then you have people with literal felonies. Okay, so you have a misdemeanor, you're gonna basically get a slap on the wrist. But if you have like a felony or something like that, I would think that like you would be imprisoned, right? All right. So and then you get those situations where the things whereas like you're black or you're a woman or you're a man or you're big, you're buff, you're not, whatever. Okay, you have a record. Okay, so it's a pyramid. Okay. So yeah. We have Apollo the Messenger. Okay. First of all, I'm channeling music, but I'm channeling notes. So someone can literally read music. Okay, I'm not channeling like I'm writing music. I'm getting like a composer, a producer, somebody reads music. I don't know if everyone experiences this, but I hope so. I know that when I was in school at like a young age, they taught you how to read music, especially if you were in band and shit like that. So, of course, if you weren't in band, then you probably don't know how to read music. And if you didn't play any instrument, you probably don't know how to read music. Okay. So something about instruments. Okay. First card is the Knight of Swords. Okay. That's the card that we were saying. Okay, so it ended up coming out. Okay. Yeah. Getting the envisionment of literally not a knight, but like an army of horses. Okay. We have the Five of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. I know you guys be liking to know what the cards are. All right, 77 is here. You could be seeing 77. All right, a war. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. That's a side note. Okay. Um, so somebody like with the Five of Wands and the pertaining to this message, the Five of Wands is oppression, okay, to me, because I feel like when you're in that combative type of energy, you have to be in a certain perception to be combative, because I feel like combative energy is like triggered energy, right? And when you're triggered, you get it. All right. Also, like with this combative energy, it's like a battered energy, like it's like someone is battered, okay. Um, Seven of Wands is here. I see someone speaking to the public. I see someone speaking. This could be some sort of what is that shit called? A strike. But I don't think you want to do that. This is not the right time to do a strike. Or this is not the right time to go to the court. Or this is not the right time to protest. There we go. This is not the right time to protest. But who am I to tell you that it's the right time? I seen a message yesterday and it was kind of saying that like it may be the right time for you and the wrong time for someone else, right? So like it may be the wrong time for these people, but it may be the right time for you to protest. So it may be wrong time for somebody else to protest because they're not going to say it the right way for the energy that it is conducive to now. Okay, so I'm getting that. Yeah. um we have the Seven of Cups. Yeah. Okay, so anybody like when we talk about magic and spells and shit like that, the reason like I feel like everyone is under a spell. Okay, and the reason why magic and spells and things like that are important to discuss, like even if it's a crazy thing, it's important to discuss crazy matters because it helps your mind to open up, because your mind is naturally open. Optimism, like God is faith, right? Faith is God. So of course, like if you're in a system, it's demonic. So it takes, even if this is like a cult could be systematic, is extremely systematic as well. There's so many cults, and a lot of people that are in cults, they don't even know they're in a cult. um like whereas they use religion, okay, that is like I feel like those are like really really hard to get out of, because it's like everyone needs someone to believe in, okay. But with the Seven of Cups here, the Seven of Cups is like what you don't know won't hurt you type shit. This is really what it is. So someone thinks that they're hurting you by, I guess, not enlightening you, but I learned that what you don't know won't hurt you. Okay, you're protected by purity or innocence. Okay, um, once you get to a certain age, it becomes ignorance, though. Okay, because the younger you are, you have to question. Like you have to question. I feel like the older you are, you start to question more. Okay, so yeah, we have the King of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and then the Two of Cups. Okay, with these cards coming out, okay, it's like once you enter this system, the love shit is like gone type shit. Like I'm really getting that. Like once you enter into this system, you are no longer feeling love. Also, this is a abuser to victim energy. A lot of people don't understand why people can't leave like abusive, demonic, toxic relationships. And the reason is because they are being brainwashed, okay? Um yeah. A lot of people, it's a lot of different systems. You can pick, if you really want to brainwash you, okay? To oppress you. That's the best way to say it, because I feel like people get triggered by the word brainwash. So, but it's going on all the time. All right. Yeah. We have the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and then the Chariot. All men, a lot of men. All right. So, like I said, all right, men are your oppressors right now. Okay. Especially if you are a woman. All right. Um, with the Seven of Cups, to me, I always think of that as a distraction. All right. So when you are going through something, you're feeling pain. Okay. You're only going to be focused on pain. All right. We have Four of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the King of Wands again. Okay. Hmm. So black men, okay. Also getting something about gangs as well. They are oppressive as well because they convince you that they're your new family and things like that. And it's a lot of things that go on in gangs. All right. We have the Death card, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups. Someone is like becoming the boogeyman. All right. I'm not gonna say his name, but you may some people may be tapped in to know who I'm talking about. Like this nigga is the boogeyman in a comical way. All right. So hilarious. So something ends up matching up, something ends up aligning. Okay. Um, I know that the Egyptians have this thing, and I I heard this in a message yesterday. The Egyptians, and I'm not gonna say who I heard the message from because I don't want spiritual warfare to come to me based off of who these people are. Okay, because I feel like they're anointed, and I feel like I am too, and I feel like together, I just don't want, I just don't want it to get fucked up. Um, I know that the Egyptians focused on their enemy. So I talk about this all the time, knowing your enemy. I didn't know it was an Egyptian thing. Okay. So in the Bible, it basically talks about how the Egyptians were so focused, and it's not only in the Bible, I'm sure it's scientifical as well, but they talked about how the Egyptians would study their enemies, and they would basically, they just knew their enemy, like they just knew them. But it's important to know the light, like, as well. Okay, because you'll get so focused on what your enemy is saying to you that you'll start to believe it, right? um in the message, she also mentioned that the enemy says the same things. Like, the enemy never comes up with something new. And the reason why I'm saying the enemy instead of like the devil or this or that is because um everyone's enemy is different. Okay. You could be fighting against an entity and someone else is fighting against man. Okay. So your fight is, but anyways, um the entities, they do the same things constantly. The enemy doesn't know any new tricks. All right. So yeah. um wow, we have loneliness ritual. Okay. Today, the way I'm going to use these ritual cards, especially if it is on a certain vibration, going to use it as an oppression. So with loneliness, someone is trying to make you oppressed by isolating you. Okay. Isolation is another form of oppression. Okay. You're the black sheep. I heard another message yesterday, and it made a lot of sense. So, you know how it says that God says that in the womb I formed you, I made you different, I set you apart. And you would wonder why you're like the black sheep, or you're like the odd man out, or you're like the oddball, or you're like just super different because you were set apart. This is this. Okay. Um, we have body yada 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 yada. Um, we have body and we have domestic violence. We just talked about that yesterday. Basically, how a lot of people are damn near starving themselves. Um, this is also energy, whereas something is backfiring because they promote like mukbangs and eating and indulging in food, and a lot of people don't give a fuck about that. They give more fucks about their body. That's what it's looking like. All right. And with the domestic violence, okay, relationships, man versus woman, man against man, woman against woman, whatever. A partnership dynamic that has turned fucked up. Okay. Sorry for cussing. Let's keep it going. I just want you guys to understand, okay? It's not that the message is negative, okay? I myself, based off of what I have been through over the last years, have centered a lot of my messages around knowing my enemy. So who is jealous of you? Who is hating on you? Who is, I don't know, who is trying to hurt you? Who's trying to kill you? So then we go into all these occultic topics, and they're dark, and they may seem like just dark, but through my experience, and I'm telling you this for a reason, so that you won't come on my channel and be like, damn, this bitch is just really projecting negativity. I'm not actually doing that. Okay. So through my experience, I've noticed that I was so oppressed by my family, by my friends, by people who wanted me to be small, that for so long until I became spiritual, I didn't know these people were playing me. I didn't know these people were making fun of me. I didn't know these people were like trying to shit on me. I didn't know these people wanted, like, I didn't peep game basically. So like once I started to peep game and I started to deactivate that oppression that was put on me, I that's like I guess I became obsessed with always knowing like what negativity was around me, but it became a phase to whereas like, you know, I feel like I don't want people to only be expecting like, okay, So I just want to say that I don't want y'all to think that I'm like trying to like bring you down or like put you in a negative mindset or trigger you or anything like that. All right. So I just want to say that real quick. All right. We do have the sun card. The sun card is exposure. Okay. What time is it? Okay, cool. The sun card is exposure. I could have really looked at the time. Exposure. Eight of Swords, Five of Cups, Five of Swords. All right. Um, Black people again. All right. So crabs in a bucket type of energy, but like I said, all of this is systematic. So being jealous, being sad, being stuck, especially being stuck. Okay, you know that you're oppressed, or you know that you're in some type of system if you're stuck. All right. Especially if it's invisible. So you just feel stuck. It's like in your head, you're like, I'm stuck, but like you're not chained to anything. You're not, So the sun card. All right, we have the Nine of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Devil, and the Wheel of Fortune. Some people, you got to understand. Like, I had to understand this myself. Like, some people, they just are who they are, and once you get so, like I just said, like everyone's not going to open up their mind to be like, damn, I'm oppressed, or damn, I'm fucking, someone's trying to imprison me, or damn, I feel stuck, but I'm not stuck. No, everyone's not going to do that. Okay. So it's not gonna be like I don't know. Someone's also worried about like a massive awakening. Someone's trying to stop that from happening. Okay. Um, we have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, so some people you cannot change their perceptions. These people are who they are. Just how you've been through what you've been through and you have learned to perceive the way you perceive, they perceive that way. And some people are very hard to like de-brainwash. Some people they will you can convince them, and some people you will not be able to convince them, and so they're going to stay in these Five of Swords depressed energies because they cannot get themselves out of that. Okay. Blame the system. All right. We have the Star card, the Nine of Pentacles, the Justice, and the Emperor. Okay, Egyptians. All right. Um, yeah, you may be practicing like Egyptian shit, but you don't know that. All right, you don't realize that. All right, that's a good thing. Okay, you're not sniffing your own ass. You're not sniffing your own shit. Okay. Um, yeah. Okay. So fluidity. All right, I heard that in the message as well. She mentioned that I don't know which one it was, but fluidity. Fluidity is power. That's what she mentioned. Okay. Um, she also mentioned that I feel like this was like the most important message in all the messages that I've seen. She mentioned that basically this was like, okay, so you know how Moses parted the Red Sea with his rod, but in one of at one point in time it was Moses and Aaron, and instead of Moses, and Moses was used, I think Moses was used for the burning bush as well, right? So clearly Moses is being used. Instead of using Moses, he used Aaron, right? To use his rod to basically perform this miracle. And what she was saying was, if you fall susceptible, you would think like, damn, I can do what they can do. Okay. What makes them better than me that you don't want to use me anymore, or you don't notice me, or you would rather use them? I do the same thing, I have the same gifts or whatever. Okay. um but and she basically mentioned that time is significant. All right. um we have the Page of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Swords. Is all right. So the Ace of Swords is basically the truth. All right. Jurisdiction as well, because anytime the truth comes around, the devil comes around. So there's always going to be like a person that's saying like, you're not telling the truth, or that's not true, or that's not that, that's this. Okay, that's expected. Okay, because it's energy. All right. We have the Nine of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Page of Wands. Okay, first of all, I'm channeling life insurance, a life policy of some sort. Okay, so someone was paranoid that you were going to pass away, I guess. Okay. Um, somebody wanted to get you gone, but you're alive for a reason. All right, we have the High Priestess and the Six of Cups. With this telling me, this is like the system was supposed to kill you. All right, the system. It's not. You're not meant to live in the system. You're meant to die in the system. We have the Nine of Swords and the Knight of Wands. All right, channeling like big animals. Okay. I don't want this thing to fall down. Whatever. I'm just gonna keep it like that. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Nine of Cups, the Three of Swords, and then the Page of Wands. So you could have dealt with people that are against you, and that's fine. You're not the only person that deals with that. A lot of time, I say this in the message as well, a lot of times it's just one man. It starts with one. Everything starts with one. All right. So I wouldn't be offended. All right. We have the Six of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Five of Swords. Someone damn near hates you, but that's kind of, I mean, it's understandable, I guess, for the circumstances. Or maybe you hate someone, and it is what it is. Someone's not going to get far with hatred in their heart, so I wouldn't really like be upset. We have the Hierophant, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. So you're dealing with people. So say for instance, someone uses violence and you use your words. Okay, someone may not like that. Say for instance, someone chooses to be oppressed and you do not want to be. Someone does not like that. All right, someone just doesn't like the what how you do things here. Okay, that's not how we do things over here. That's not what we believe over here. Okay, whatever. We have the High Priestess, the Eight of Swords, and the Five of Cups. Okay, someone's constantly thinking about you or situation or whatever, and it's Five of Cups in them, making them upset or triggering them or making them whatever it is. Six of Wands, I mean, not the Hierophant, the Star card. We have the Nine of Pentacles and the Devil. All right. So, like I said, a lot of this shit is demonic. Most of this shit is demonic. All right. We have the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Justice, the Emperor, the Page of Swords, and the Sun. Alright. The sun is shining, it is. But some people won't see that. We have the King of Wands again. The Death card, the Ace of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Okay. Psychology, the psyche. It's not psychology, but it's really the psyche. Also see someone like doing what they can. How about that? Someone's doing what they can, or they're just doing what they know. Alright. Yeah, the Four of Cups and the Chariot and the Seven of Wands. Okay. So someone's wondering why something is not working. Okay. Someone is an active block not only in their life but everyone around them as well. Okay. Someone, their energy has been attached to a block. So whatever they say is a block, whatever they do is a block, how they move is blocked. They're blocked. All right. Seven of Wands. Okay, someone can't go. They can't move. All right. Someone ain't got no motion. We have the Six of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. All right. Breaking bread. I'm seeing that. We have the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. All right. Definitely getting also oppressed, systematic oppressed is definitely in the 9 to 5 work field, because it's like this right here shows me that someone is literally walking into us, like walking into oppression every morning. All right, when they go to work or whatever. All right, we have the Five of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. All right. So bosses link with bosses. That's what I'm hearing. All right. It's always a bad apple out of the group. Okay. I want to pull from there, but I'm not. I would put my headscarf back on, but I'm not. All right. Honestly, this is also like systematic because I think someone is literally upset that another person is educated. Um, I guess we're all supposed to be walking around here singing Sexy Red with some booty shorts on. And yeah, I mean, you can. I mean, it's a time and place all the time. I mean, but yeah, so someone's like mad because you're educated. I mean, it's so many like ways to penetrate your mind. A lot of people be focused on penetrating their genitals or, you know, because it's all the same type of magic. Someone's mad that you decided to educate yourself, or yeah, you continue to educate yourself. All right. Five of Swords. Yeah, the Emperor, the Page of Swords, and the Sun. Yeah, someone's like, I mean, all right. So I guess the fact that you're educated at all, like, is like showing like you're not as oppressed as everyone else. Okay. So, you know, yeah. We have the Wheel of Fortune, this someone like spying on you, and then someone's trying to do something to you, or they did before. I don't know. But don't think shit is sweet or nothing. Like, just because like you're well spoken or you're well mannered or whatever, or you're acting a certain way, don't mean like shit is sweet or something like that. Like at the end of the day, you have to adapt to your circumstances. If you're in jail and somebody's like trying to hurt you, come on now, you gonna let them hurt you? Or if you in the fire, I don't know. Someone's scary anyway, so I don't know why they so loud. Somebody's so loud or something. Like they're a pussy. Yeah, the Ace of Swords. We have the Six of Cups. Okay, so past, present, or future timeless energy is here. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely channeling like somebody that's their own boss. They have their own job or they make their own money, however they make their own money, even if it's fucking stripping or prostituting or I don't know, selling CDs, selling comic books. I don't know, finessing men. They make their own money. They don't work a job. They don't work for nobody. Yeah, someone's like in a triggered state. There's nothing that you can do about that. I mean, and some people they these is who they this is like who they are. Some people are just snakes, giving you the evil eye, blah blah blah. Yeah, yeah, Justice card. Someone's gonna get married. This is karma. Alright. Yeah, so congratulations to the people who have opened their mind up to new things because these people are going to be doing this over and over again because it's I guess it's this is the only thing they know. We have a star card. All right, these people may say that you're weird, you're odd, but in reality there are no words. All right. Also getting someone that's like always focused on like your looks. How do you look? How does your hair look? Why does it matter? How do I look? Today, tomorrow, the next day, the next day. I don't know if they're comparing themselves to you every day, but that's what it seems like. Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, if you let it be, there's certain prayers and things that you can say to block these people out. Okay, if you ask God enough, He'll grant your wishes and He'll like help you block like this shit out. Cause shit, it's pointless. We have the Nine of Cups because you got a lot of people. Some people, they just want to shine. I guess maybe they just want your shine. Who knows? It could also be something about your skin complexion, but I'm not even getting. I'm not even gonna get. You're gonna stoop that low to that shit. It could be exotics, anything. All right. Someone's very, 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 very. They're just a low vibrational person. All right. All right. We're ending out with, since someone's being weird. It's like someone feels like something's off. All right. Yeah. So taking your power back, taking your energy back. Gotta do something after this, so let me just put this back on real quick. This has to be so tight for it to work. Oops. I'm just trying to let the time run. I'm really done with the energy. Done. Alright, I'm gone, y'all.